Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course I like to do this in complete survival. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own villager raid trade station. This thing is very OP. You're going to be able to get totems of undying from this farm. You're going to be able to get unlimited emeralds. You're even going to get gunpowder, loads of other loot as well, included enchanted books. And to top it off, you're going to get discounts from any villagers you bring to this farm. And we've got a system over there, how we can bring them. I'll show you very briefly. But yeah, we've got discounts here. So I've got mending for 19, which is a real cheap mending book. Again, you could get that even cheaper if you got a cheaper original price. Like I said, over here, we've got another breeding village. This is just to enable us to bring as many villagers to our raid trading station as we want. We simply breed them here, bring them over and pick them a real good trade so we can get a really good discount. The best thing in my opinion about this farm is the fact that you can literally build it anywhere, because the bad omen effect now comes in the ominous bottles. So if you collect yourself a bunch of ominous bottles, you're essentially, yeah, going to be able to build this anywhere, even near your base, which I've gone for this time, so I don't have to do much traveling to do raid farming. In my opinion, that is a super OP feature. You can literally build this anywhere. The fact that I can build it anywhere is so good because I've basically got Hero of the Village for a short amount of time. Well, I think you have it for like an hour or something like that. The fact that it's right near my base means that I can go and use Hero of the Village on my old trade station as well. That is already getting discounted trades by a zombie spawner. So I'm going to get double discounts on that as well. So yeah, this is really OP for the resources needed. If you've not got something like this in your world already, you really need to build it. Let's jump on into it. So if you did decide you wanted to build this farm, you are going to need a few things. Basically everything in this shulker box. I'm going to put a more accurate list in the description below. You're also going to need these three things and a few villagers. 2 would be perfect, and then you can just breed them up there and we can get on with it. So long story short, you are going to need an area with some available sky building space. I'm going to build my raid farm up here and then have the breeder bit over there, so we should be good to go. Once you find your area, we are going to want to build around about 50 blocks up. So I'm just going to build 50 blocks up from here. Again, you could probably do this like with less blocks, but I'm just going to go 50 to be safe. That way, you know, the raid is going to spawn in the raid farm and nowhere else. Sweet, and this is 50 blocks up. So I'm going to make a little platform right here. And this is where we're going to start building. So I can build out from the platform here a little bit as well. I'm just going to get rid of that nerd pole to make it neat. Alright, I've got rid of the nerd block. We can continue with our little leaf platform. So basically, we'll leave these 4 blocks. That's where we're going to make the Trident killer. So like I said, you can make your little platform a little bit bigger if you so choose. I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, let's start work on the actual Trident killer and the raid farm itself. First of all, I'm going to place 2 double chests here like so. Again, you could expand this because you are going to get a lot from this farm. But just for speed and the purpose of the video, I'm just going to place 2 double chests. At this stage, I'm going to grab some hoppers and go straight on top of these chests, facing downwards, as you can see. After the hoppers, we're going to place down 4 tracks like this, and then we can place down some solid blocks. 4 to be exact. Now we want to get up there, so ideally you can, I don't know, place some temporary blocks just so you can get up. And in line with the tracks, so on this one, you're actually going to want to build all the way around. So you've got like a floor all the way around like this. And the reason for that is because we're going to need to do a little bit of redstone for the Trident killer. On each corner, we're going to have a powered rail. And then we're going to have our observer facing into the powered rail. So the face is going into it. And we're going to go all the way around doing that. Like this. And we can finish that off with a solid block in the gaps. Like this. Now, on top of these solid blocks, we can actually have normal pistons. So, 4 normal pistons like that. And then we can finish it off once again with solid blocks. Once you've got your pistons in, you're going to want to grab some more solid blocks. And we're going to want to build up 3 more layers. So, this is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. At this stage, you can throw your tridents in. So make sure you're throwing the right ones in. I'm going to throw 2. And also, I'm going to place my lava. So we're going to want a button here, and a button here. Place your lava there, and it should stay in that corner. And with 3 up, we've built the 3 up. So in the direction of where our platform is, we're going to want to build out 4 or an additional 3. So it'll be 4 in total. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our water will flow to there. So what we're going to want to do here is build up 6 blocks. So basically like this. 1. So that would be 1 layer. And then 2 layers. 3 layers. 4 layers. 5 layers. And last but no means least, the 6th layer. As you can see. Now, on top of this one, we're going to want a layer of leaves. This is going to prevent our raid from spawning, or at least stop it from spawning up here. Now, we need to add our water. So, for that, we need to put a button here and a button here. We'll have water, water, and it should flow down there nicely. Now, we can fly out if we can. And now, we can go to our lower platform right here. I'm going to remove any unnecessary blocks. So the ones that I used to get in and out, as you can see. And we should be good to go. I'm going to grab this lever, and I'm going to test out my Trident killer. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to flick it twice. And yeah, that sounds good. So now what I also need to do is, first of all, I'm going to give myself way more room. Because I need to make at least a decent enough platform for some villagers, right? We're going to go all the way around the chest, making sure it's nice and safe. Once you're happy with your platform, what you're going to want to do, one side of your chest, place a couple of solid blocks. Then place your bed. And you only need 1. Just make sure there's no other beds. And you're going to want to make sure this is sealed in. Because villagers can kind of like go through blocks. So I just leave these 2 open like this. And then seal this in from the back. And we are good to go. I'm going to make this platform even bigger. Because I just want my villagers to be safe when I start bringing them. I almost forgot to fill in this side where the bed is. Make sure you do that. Next up, we are going to bring a villager or some villagers to this farm. So you only need 1 villager to actually get this to work. And yeah, so I'm going to have 1 villager there. And then I'm going to have a system where I can bring more villagers over time if and when I choose. So to do that, what I'm going to do is build pretty much a separate village. So if this counts as 1 village, we're going to build a village 100 blocks away that way. So I'm going to count 100 blocks using leaves. This is just so the raid cannot spawn on this platform. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is 100 blocks away. It can be a little bit further if you want. This is simply going to be a little breeding platform. So you could either make this out of solid blocks, or at least some of it out of solid blocks. I don't think the raid is going to reach over here, so you should be good to go. Feel free to obviously make some walls. I'm going to make my walls out of leaves. And that, of course, you're going to need a minimum of 2 villagers if you want to do this breeding system. Now, if you just want 1 villager to place there and get that raid farm to work, you're more than welcome to do that. This way, you can add more villagers over time, like I said. Sweet, I've added some villagers to this little platform. These 2 are going to stay here in this boat. I've also added a torch. And what I will also add is a chest. And basically, you need a minimum of 3 beds in this chest, so these guys will breed. You're obviously going to need some wheat or bread, so you can breed these guys as well. And then this guy is the guy we're going to turn into something decent, like, I don't know, mending or something like that. We'll do that down there. But we are also going to need to put him in a boat. And if you're wondering how I got those guys up here, I basically used this track. Alternatively, you could just use a zombie villager and cure them. Literally, if you use a zombie villager, they'll just chase you up here. So, yeah, consider each one. It's entirely up to you how. I just use this for speed. Right, so now I'm going to get this guy in a boat. If I can just place it. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to put a skipping rope on. I'm basically just going to drag him down this way. So, yeah, you do have to be very careful with this process because you are dragging a boat across a bunch of leaves. But, I mean, you could double it up if you really want. It's not that hard. You probably should line it up first. Like this. Perfect. And that should be alright. I don't think it's going to fall. You just got to basically go really slow. Like this. And you should be alright. Just do it a bit at a time. It doesn't even take that long. So I'm just going to drag this guy all the way to the raid farm, and I will be back. So we are now approaching the raid farm. This villager will go into a little pod that we are going to make. So first of all, we'll get him over on the safe platform. And let me just grab my pickaxe. Perfect. And we basically can push him over here. Sweet. I'm just going to remove the boat with some leaf in hand. I'm basically just going to trap him in a corner. Doesn't really matter what corner. So I'll just put him there. I don't think he can get through these blocks, so we're good to go. Now, basically, we want to pick a good trade for this guy. For that, we're going to need a sticky piston and a job block. So, yeah, we can just basically go like this. And he should connect like that. So, basically, you can pick anything that you want. Ideally, you're going to want the best trades. So, every time you bring a new villager, you will have to do this. But like I said, yeah, go through them, see what you get, see if you get any good prices for stuff. Obviously, this farm is going to make it even better prices anyway. So, I'm going to go through a few trades now and just wait till I get a good one, and I will be back. I've actually got a mending book for 26. I'm just going to take this. So I'll lock this in place by doing the paper trade. That'll do. I'll be able to get some nice discounts from this farm anyway. So at this stage, we can actually just remove this. And we will replace this block right here with a lectern. So we can actually use it. And then I'll remove this one. So let me just remove this one. Alright, sweet. We are now ready to start a raid. As you can see, we've got the first villager here. We're ready to bring more villagers if we so choose. And, yeah, we're going to get some discounts on this mending villager right now. So, what we are going to want to do, obviously, turn on the farm and then drink one of these ominous potions. And you'll get the effect. You're also going to want to hold a looting 3 sword. And you should actually start a raid. So, we're just going to wait here until a raid starts. Alright, now the raid has started. Now I'm in hard difficulty. So, there's going to be like 7 rounds. I was wondering why they're not going down. They're literally turning to ice. Only problem is now I'm going to be stuck in here. Uh-oh. And I've made a massive spillage. This is not good. Alright, be careful of that. Dude, I was wondering what was going wrong. I was thinking, man, that is crazy. Another thing I forgot as well is the mine carts, which is absolutely crazy. So, I'm quickly putting the hopper mine carts on, and they'll infinitely spin there. And now I can replace these blocks. To do that, I actually had to remove one of these as well. Kind of annoying, but not so bad. Let's remove these. And we are good to go. Now that should be collecting all our stuff as well, which is super nice. And now we can officially go back to AFK in. That is, of course, once I've turned it back on. Yeah, I'll be back as soon as this raid's done, and I'll show you what we've been able to acquire. For a minute there, I was panicking so much. Sweet, I've done it, and dude, it is snowing. Wow, let's turn this off and see what we got. As you can see, we got so many emeralds. 30 extra emeralds there. We got loads of totems. We got some gunpowder as well. We got books with obviously good enchantments on. Let me have a little look over here. We got another 30 there. So we got like a stack per round. That's really nice. Another totem. More books. Oh, Frostwalker 2. And most of all, we got this down from 26 to 19. That is an absolutely insane drop in price. And to top it off, this farm is right near my main base. So that means I can come to my pre-existing trading station that is already getting discounts from this zombie spawner. And basically get even more discounts. Oh, damn. It's gone like literally down nearly to 1. Well, these ones obviously not. These ones have gone down to 1. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's so much better prices now. Let's go and have a look at some of the book prices. Yeah, way better prices. They're not quite 1 emerald trades, but yeah, definitely way, way better. So there we have it. That is how to build your very own raid trade station. This thing is very, very OP for how simple it is to make. And for saying you can literally have it anywhere, like right next to your base. just makes it even more OP to me. I mean, it was supposed to be a nerf, but being able to just do this anywhere is just, yeah, brilliant in my opinion. So, with that being said, that is all I've got time for. I will catch you guys on the next one.